and they are talking to their children in Hindi, and all of them are conversing in Hindi, and they had come to attend International Sindhi Sammelan. I said this was the biggest tragedy I was seeing in front of my eyes right there. 3 generations were talking to each other, and I could not stop myself. And I looked at them, I said, "Mukhe maaf kajo, kahin Sindhi aayo? Are you Sindhis?" They looked at me with mark of exclamation on their face. Why am I asking this question? Mucho tami Sindhi aayo? Sindhi International Sammelan te aayo, and you are talking in Hindi. They were perplexed. I am pointing out to them that all 3 generations were talking in Hindi to each other. They could not explain why. This is a shameful situation which I saw, and it did not even occur to them that they should not be talking in Hindi if they come to Sindhi International Sammelan. But I could not blame them because they came from Indore and Bhopal area, which is predominantly Hindi speaking area, Madhya Pradesh. Maybe they were from business class, and business class, when they sit at the shop, they converse in Hindi with the customer or with the labor in their department. And it becomes a second language, becomes first language, and they did not even realize. Now, opposite to that, I will give an example. I was about 1 year back shopping out in the mall here in the San Francisco Bay Area. We were in Macy's department store. Everybody knows about Macy's department store. There was a 2-year kid, must be a girl, running away from the parent. And the parent was calling that kid, "Ikriya, Ikriya, Ghemna, Ikriya." I said, who was this? And I saw there was an Indian lady, most probably a Marathi lady, calling her 2-year child who was running away from her in her mother tongue, in front of all the people in the Macy's store. She was not ashamed. She was not scared. She did not feel. Instant reaction from her mind was to call the child, and that child stopped there. She turned around and replied to her mother in her own mother tongue. I was so happy to see this. And as I walked by, I went into the food court area. There was a Chinese family. Same case. There was a child, this was a boy who was being unruly, trying to run around, and the mother shouted at him in her own language, which was Chinese Mandarin. And the child stopped, listened to her, and said something and came back. I said, what a splendid example. The child at the age of 1 or 2, they did not need to know what was the language that their mother was speaking. but the communication was excellent. So a child learned to speak from the mother tongue, right early on, because the mother was not ashamed of talking to her child in her own tongue. This is a case from India and a case from China. And what I saw in India itself was a case I explained to you. So these are the three different conditions. Each one of you have to think in your own mind. Have I not learned speaking Sindhi because nobody spoke with me? My parents did not speak among themselves. My grandparents did not speak among themselves. It was a taboo not to speak in Sindhi was cool. You have to speak in English or Hindi. Was that kind of complex created in our mind by the community or the society? Were we being ridiculed or taunted or looked down upon if we spoke in Sindhi? All those inhibitions, if we are harboring in our mind, then we cannot learn to speak Sindhi. Each one of you have to be honest with yourself in your own mind and think about it. Why is it that I do not know Sindhi? Why is it that I never spoke Sindhi? Why is it that I was hesitant in speaking Sindhi? What prevented me from using my mother tongue? If you are honest to yourself and you have replied that in your mind without telling me, then it is like going to a psychiatrist who does not tell you what is the solution of your problem. He lets you know in your mind what was the reason that was inhibiting you, and can you identify it, then it becomes easier for you to work on it. If you are hesitant to speak Sindhi because what will others say? What will my classmates say? What would my friends say? Non-speaking Sindhi. Then you are inhibiting your courage and your pride. That's the word I'm going to use. Pride. I'll give another example now. Listen to this. I go to a community center, senior community center, where there are about 150 to 200 seniors attending daily get together. There are yoga lessons, there is a music program, and there is a intelligence program where they discuss subjects. Incidentally, in the Silicon Valley, lot of youngsters or young families, they get visiting parents from India. They come from all parts of India. South Indians, North Indians, Gujaratis, Bengalis, Maharashtrians, Punjabis, all those communities come. So I get to see a very big group of seniors representing all communities of India. Normally, I do not sit there and have lunches and other mixing because I go for yoga class and then I leave. One day for a music session, I said, let me go and sit down and enjoy what they are doing. Believe it or not, I saw clusters Punjabis, Gujaratis, Maharashtrians, Tamilians, all different clusters, and all of them talking in their own language to each other. We are here in USA, the common norm should have been that you are in a community center, let them speak in a language which we can all share. But all of them were greeting each other. Gujaratis were saying, Kem Cho, Jai Sri Krishna. Punjabis were saying, Jai Mata Di. Somebody was saying, Sat Sri Akal Ji. And similarly, others were speaking in their own language. And he feeling shy to respond to me in Sindhi. I did not hesitate. I continued talking in Sindhi and I broke their shyness. Today, when I go there, that same couple meets me from distance. Sain Jai Jhulelal kiyan aaye ho? And all other Gujaratis, Maharashtrians, South Indians who are standing nearby, they show respect. Somebody I heard telling other person, they are Sindhis. So what I did, without shyness, with complete conviction and pride, I spoke my mother tongue and broke the shyness of the people who otherwise would have been controlling the language in that area, and brought them out of the shell. And now they speak freely Sindhi in front of others. They greet me, I greet them, and we talk without offending anybody. It is not with an intention to offend. But what I am trying to explain to you, and I gave you so many examples, it is the mental block that we carry due to reasons of our own. I explained to you many of them. You have to see in your own mind what has inhibited you from speaking in Sindhi. To break that barrier,